Well, looky here, what came today. Our Casper bed frame showed up today. We've been waiting on this bad boy for about a month and a half. I don't think it typically takes that long, but they didn't have the frame pieces in stock, so we had to wait a little bit for those to come in from the manufacturer, and then they shipped the headboard with the frame as well. But we ended up going with the Casper Repose Bedframe with the headboard, and we got the natural oak color to kind of match our floors, and for the headboard we got the light gray to kind of match the walls and just the layout of our house. So pretty excited to put this together. One thing to note, Casper will actually put it together for you. The logistics company that brings this to your house, they have to ship it freight because of the weight, but those guys will actually put it together for you, and they will haul off any of your old stuff that you don't want, whether that's a mattress, and probably even these boxes. They'll haul it all away if you don't want it anymore. But we didn't really have anything for them to haul away, so they just brought it in, and I told them, hey, I want to put this together myself. And so I'm going to kind of show you just kind of a little quick sped up video of me putting this together with the help of my wife. So there she is in all her glory. So we have a sizable room, but my camera, I can't zoom out anymore, so that's why it kind of looks a little really close up. But if you wanted to see about how far it is off the ground, it's a pretty low, like platform type bed. And there's the headboard. We actually pushed it all the way up against the window frames. But yeah, so far we dig it. We're going to sleep a few nights on it, and I'll give you guys my input after we've had a few nights rest on it. So hopefully it's more comfortable than having the memory foam mattress on the floor. That was getting really stiff past few nights. So hopefully these little slats have a little more give and make the bed pretty comfortable. Alright, so here she is from the other angle with some low light, dim. Just for reference, our floor is hickory. I think it's just a clear coat, and then that frame is oak. They match pretty well, not color for color, but pretty close to the same shade. Casper. All right, so my wife and I have been on this bed frame for about 2 months now, and we absolutely love it. It offers almost enough cushion, but enough rigidity so that our backs aren't super sore in the morning. And even if you had a memory foam mattress, if you put it on the floor, you're going to notice a big difference between the floor and the slats that this frame uses. And so the slats kind of allow it to, to flex a little bit, to give a little bit of cushion. And I love that about this frame. And it looks beautiful to us, both the headboard and the frame itself. And my wife and I, we couldn't be more pleased with what Casper has produced with this bed frame. It was a little bit pricey, coming in around $1,600, and that includes the freight shipping that we had to get in order to have it shipped to the house. And so it's definitely pricier than your typical bed frame, but for us, we think that this is going to be something that is with our family for the next, 2 to 3 decades, I hope. We'll see. Styles change, but one thing we liked about this frame was the style. We didn't think it was so modern that, it would be out of style in 10 years, but who knows what the next decade or two holds. But we try to buy somewhat timeless pieces for our house so that we're not constantly having to buy stuff to be in style. So that's what, our thoughts are on this frame. Just to also give a little bit of background, we ordered 5 years ago a bed frame off of Amazon for about $150, and I will show a picture of that here. And that frame, it served its purpose, but one of the hard things, was finding a headboard for it. It has attachments at the bottom, but those attachments, I wasn't a huge fan of. To me, it looked like it could flex too much, and we like to sit up and use our headboard for the purpose of, reclining back and watching a show. So that's why we scrapped that Amazon frame and went with this one. But this frame, in terms of comfort, this frame is way more comfortable than what we had slept on. And it was a similar style. It had a slat bottom that the mattress sat on. And I think the difference is, the slats were different that we had on the Amazon bed was these plywood pieces that may have flexed too much. Whereas with the Casper bed, the whole frame is made out of oak. And so even the slats themselves are made out of oak. And it's a very, very heavy bed. We definitely don't want to move this anytime soon. So the weight comes in, and that weight helps with rigidity, but it's also flexible enough to really just give comfort. So, but anyways, I'm rambling. But if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. I try to respond as quick as I can, and I love to help people out if they're making these decisions and they're wondering, hey, is the frame worth the money? And granted, it's just my opinion, but I don't know. This sounds cocky, but I value my own opinion because I really do try to dive in deep into understanding the products that I buy. For myself, but also for my family, and also the products that I recommend to my friends. And I don't take those things super lightly because, for us, $1 means a lot, and we try to stretch it as far as we can. And when you drop $1,600 on something, that's no cheap bed frame by any means. So, like I said, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. I will try to respond as quick as I can, and I hope this helps.